All right, welcome to this explainer. Today we're diving into a massive shift in the data analytics world. We're talking about Databricks AI and how it's basically becoming a superpower for data analysts. I mean, we'll see how it can literally save weeks of grueling work. But, and this is a big but, we're also going to unpack the hidden, frankly, dangerous catch that comes right along with it. If you're working with data or using it to make big business decisions, you're definitely going to want to stick around for this. Okay, let's dive into this. Just imagine it's your very first week at a new company. You finally get access to the database, you open it up, and bam, you're staring at 500 different tables. So how long would it take you to actually figure out what's inside all of them? It's a totally crushing scale, right? It's like being told to find a needle in a haystack, only to realize the haystack is literally made of slightly different needles. That is the painful reality of manual data exploration. You could easily blow a whole month just writing basic queries to figure out what data you even have, way before you can answer a single actual business question.
So here's the roadmap for this explainer. First, we'll tackle the data exploration problem. Then we'll look at chatting with your data, followed by AI-powered dashboard creation, and finally, we'll hit that crucial twist. Beware of silent failures. Let's get into it.
Starting off with Section 1, the data exploration problem and the manual struggle that comes with it. You see, the old way of exploring data was just agonizingly manual. You know the drill. You'd open a table, write a basic select star query, sit there and wait for it to run, and then manually hunt for distinct values. Like, say, counting unique country codes in some massive customer data set. Doing that across hundreds of tables, that could literally eat a month of your life. But the new way? You just prompt an AI, and the whole thing is done in days, or honestly, even hours. It's a total game changer.
And getting started inside Databricks is incredibly streamlined. The whole shebang runs right in your web browser, so no local installs. You just create a schema to get your workspace organized, drag and drop your CSV files to make your tables, and then, okay, this is the absolute most important part. You add context. By tagging columns and adding metadata, you're giving the AI the background it desperately needs to understand your specific business. Basically, the more context you feed it, the smarter the AI gets.
All right, moving on to Section 2, chatting with your data. This is where the AI superpower really kicks in. Say hello to the Genie space. This is a Databricks AI component that takes your everyday, natural language and instantly turns it into SQL queries. So instead of writing endless code to explore your tables, you literally just have a conversation with your database. You can just ask it, hey, how many tables do we have? Or how many rows are in the orders table? And it completely bypasses the need for you to write those initial, super tedious manual queries. How cool is that? Now, behind the scenes, Genie isn't just some glorified search bar. It actually utilizes all that metadata you set up earlier, and it even learns from your usage logs to figure out which tables are the most important. So if you ask for the total number of customers over the last 3 months, the AI actively builds complex common table expressions. You know, those temporary result sets we use to organize data. It joins the tables and it aggregates everything. It is doing some serious heavy lifting SQL all based on one simple English sentence. Which brings us nicely to Section 3, AI-powered dashboard creation, where we actually visualize the big picture. Now, when it comes to actually building visualizations with these Databricks AI agents, data expert Barag gives a really specific, absolutely crucial piece of advice. Always choose step-by-step guidance over blind autopilot. Look, I get it. It's super tempting to just tell the AI, hey, go build me 5 dashboards end to end, and then just walk away to grab a coffee. But if this data is being used for critical business decisions, you definitely want to guide the AI agent step by step. You need to verify its work as it builds, rather than just blindly trusting a black box. So here is how that looks in practice. First, you prompt the AI to create the big numbers. Think top-level metrics, like your total orders and total customers. Once you verify those look good, you ask it to break those metrics down. Maybe add a time chart for sales over time. Next, you can brainstorm some ranked bar charts, like sorting your customers by country. And finally, you add detailed tables for that raw, row-level data. You're progressively building this fully functional, interactive dashboard right inside Databricks, and you're doing it without ever writing the underlying SQL yourself. And during this step-by-step process, the AI can actually make some incredibly smart design choices on its own. Check out this quote regarding those detailed tables. Order ID is not that useful for display. The order number is way more important. When the agent was asked to pull the most important information, it actively dropped the highly technical database-specific order ID because, let's face it, humans don't need to read that on a dashboard. It opted for the much more human-readable order number instead. It's essentially acting like a seasoned human analyst, following actual dashboarding best practices by keeping unnecessary technical clutter off the screen.
But we need to talk about the flip side. Section 4. Beware of silent failures. This is the professional catch you cannot ignore. Listen closely to this warning. If the AI goes and uses an inner join instead of a left join, it is a big deal because it's going to destroy the whole data by filtering it out. This right here is the catch. As we know, an inner join strictly requires matching data on both sides, so it just silently drops everything else. The AI sounds super smart, the dashboard it made looks beautiful, and absolutely zero error messages pop up. But if it hallucinates the wrong join, it silently filters out crucial data, completely skewing the very numbers your business is relying on.
Think about it like this. In traditional software engineering, if something breaks, like a checkout button on a website, the error is obvious, right? Everyone sees it, and the immediate business risk is, well, low to medium, because you know to fix it. But in data AI, the errors are entirely invisible. They are silent failures hiding deep inside complex, machine-generated SQL queries. Your dashboard still looks perfectly fine on the surface, but the underlying numbers are just wrong. That means the business risk is astronomically high if executives are out there making major decisions based on that flawed dashboard.
And that brings us to a fundamental truth about our current era of AI analytics. Yes, AI absolutely speeds up the process, but human SQL knowledge is still your ultimate shield. Business users simply cannot fly solo with these AI agents. If a non-technical user generates a dashboard and they don't have the ability to read the underlying SQL, they are flying blind right into a silent failure. Skilled data analysts are strictly required to verify the code the AI is writing in the background. The AI makes the analyst vastly faster, sure, but it absolutely does not replace their critical judgment.
Which leaves us with this final thought for you to chew on. AI can write the code, and yeah, it can build some amazing charts. But can it take responsibility for the multi-million-dollar business decision made from that data? The answer, of course, is no. That responsibility still rests entirely on your shoulders. So as you embrace these incredible new AI superpowers to explore your data faster than ever before, ask yourself, are you truly ready to rigorously verify what your AI builds? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I will catch you next time as we keep breaking down the biggest shifts in tech and data.